Hello folks, this is Anahita Rao, and if you have just stumbled upon this channel, a very warm welcome to you, and I'm very glad that you found me. I just wanted to say two things here as sort of an introduction. First, obviously welcome, then I want to say a little bit about me and why I'm here. So I want to basically discuss topics related to, of course, Vedic astrology, and also the importance of spiritual practices. That's sort of my that's my main goal for being on this YouTube channel. I will try not to repeat all that you've heard elsewhere. My goal instead is to offer sort of a unique and more importantly a contemporary perspective on astrology and how it applies to your life. I often find outdated concepts and materials being applied. Either you can either get a reading where an astrologer is too much by the book and lacks the sort of the intuition and experience, or you get someone who sort of is quite sort of fatalistic with their conclusions and doesn't perhaps know much about the classical readings and literature. So I want to try to balance those two as much as I possibly can. My emphasis is always sort of an honest and bottom line approach where possible, so that you can understand the issues in your birth chart and more importantly remedy the situation where possible. And of course, discussing the most effective way to do that is definitely part of a reading that I provide to my clients. I also have a website where I regularly post articles, I call it a blog, on a variety of topics. They are some of my thoughts and observations. So these videos are basically meant to supplement some of the stuff that's already there. Again, I try not to repeat that which is in an article on a video, so I do sort of try to balance the two out and complement the two. As well, the other thing that I do on a regular basis is I write a very detailed monthly forecast. So check that out as well. And if you want to subscribe to it, you're welcome to do so. And of course, I'm available for personalized consultations to those who wish to seek advice on specific issues in their chart. So I also wanted to perhaps give you a little bit of background about myself and how I got here. So I grew up with Jyotish around me because my father actually used to, he was an academic, he was an engineer, and also he was into Jyotish for the last, I would say, about 20 years of his life. And he did practice and he did in fact, he did quite a bit of research as well, and he was quite brilliant. So I was always sort of curious about it, and it was always around me. And for years, astrology was a hobby for me. When I was younger, in my 20s, I pursued law as a career. I went to law school in Chicago, and then I completed my studies in New York. And I also set up my own law practice in London about 14 years ago. Jyotish I have studied for many years with some really great teachers, and of course much of what I've learned is through self-study and observations. For me, what's most important is practicing with integrity. So I'm very conscientious and take a great pride in my work, and I don't like to rush to fatalistic sort of conclusions in people's chart, because I take more of a sort of a holistic and a remedial and a counseling kind of approach to everything. I also have a daily practice of pranayam, meditation, mantra japa, eating healthy and practicing yoga is also a part of my life. And this is something that I believe is a real key to transformation. And something that I will discuss in my videos, which is the importance of having a spiritual practice, and which can really bring a lot of clarity and things just open up in your life when you are disciplined with your practice, and you end up remedying situations that you wouldn't otherwise have thought would work, for example with a gemstone or something like that. I welcome your feedback and comments, and I will try to adhere to them where I can. I hope you enjoy the channel, and of course please do subscribe by hitting the hand icon on the right. Thank you, folks. Bye bye.